All right, hi guys. I hope you're doing great. My name is Simon, and today we are going to do the training, and we're going to go over the contract. So we're going to pretend today that we're working with the sellers, okay? And we are going to go over the contracts when working with sellers. So let's do this. I'm just trying to share my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Okay, so when working with the sellers, the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Remind Docs, right? Because we're gonna go over the documents for the sellers. And you guys remember from 2 weeks ago, we went over the sellers documents and we said the things that you will need from the sellers. Do you guys remember what they are?
Yeah, the marketing plan, the seller's listing agreement.
Yeah. So what the documents themselves? What are the documents are? What are the documents that you will need?
Exclusive right to sell is that one.
Yep. That's it.
The disclosures.
Okay.
I know we have this new one where it protects us I think it's called fraud thingy.
The wire fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How about you, Noor? What do you remember?
Yeah. I was about to say the wire thing, but
What else?
yeah.
What agency?
Sorry?
What
Your
agent? The agency.
Disclosure agreement.
Disclosure agency. Good. All right. So I'm going to use my house as an example here, okay? So what I did is I put in the transaction name as the address. Then I put the address here. And now what I'm going to do is, let's say we're going to put the buyer as Simon. We're going to put the sellers as Mo. Then we're going to continue, right? Then you're going to go to packages. You click on Simon and Associates. You're going to look sellers. So the packages that you need for sellers, you need the exclusive right to sell, disclosure regarding a real estate agency, lead-based paint, fraud notice, and seller disclosure statements. Now, something very, very important, because I was just talking before we started live, I was talking about some of the laws that changed. Well, nothing has changed yet, but it might change. And some, like the lawsuit that happened with the National Association of Realtors, is freaking people out. And a lot of people are already reacting to it, but nothing has happened yet. So don't be scared, don't be afraid, but you always want to be protected. So when filling the documents, so you're going to select all the documents here when working with a seller, right? And I just want to go over something very important in the document. If you're working with a seller, always sign exclusive right to sell, no matter what, okay? Even if it's for 10 days, sign an exclusive right to sell, because if you don't, guess what? There's going to be an issue. Where it says, what I want you to focus on this document, if you can see it, I want you to focus on the commission where it says number 4. Let's say if you're going to charge the seller 7% commission, you're going to put 7%. Then where it says the broker is understood that if there's a cooperating broker, this is if you're going to pay the buyer's agent, okay? I want you to put whatever you guys agree on, whether it's 3% or 3.5, make sure you put that in there. The other thing is, under others, you always want to add the compliance fee, and you always want to do that the seller, and if you need the exact language, let me know, let Abby know, and we'll give it to you, is willing to pay a commission according to the MLS ticket, okay? Now, if you're working with an agent and you feel like these agents are fishy or something isn't right, talk to me or talk to Abby. Then what we can do is we can put an addendum like this, where we can say the seller is willing to pay a commission to the buyers, maybe I should say a commission to the buyer's broker, according to the MLS ticket, okay? So a lot of people are doing this now on their contracts, like on the contract itself. Like if you go to the sale contract, for example, the offer that we got. Here, let me move it to the screen. Can you see it or no? Can you see the new screen?
Oh, we're looking at the regular one.
Oh, so the new one doesn't show? Hold on. Let me see if there's a way to show it. I want to show you this offer real quick. All right. So this is the offer Aman got, right? For her listing. I don't want to show like the client's information or whatnot. But right now, what they're doing is, you see that paragraph that I just did? A lot of the new companies like that, they're scared and they're saying, hey, this might be a big deal. I want protection. And you always should look for protection because you always want to be protected, right? Some of them, they're doing it on the contract itself. They would have the language written in here. And that's what we're going to do too. But if you feel like something isn't right or something is not going the way it is, talk to us and we can always add it under other, where it says right here, like you see where it says other seller to provide CFO. We can put that same language in there if you feel like something isn't right. You know what I'm saying? But always talk to us, and I'll cooperate with whoever the broker is and tell them, hey, what did you guys sign in the exclusive rate to sell? Because we want to make sure that we're getting paid for this. So we're not, wasting your time or our time. So that's something very important. Okay. Any questions, guys?
I think we also need to start learning how to become listing agents, especially if this becomes an actual thing.
We do,
We have
100%.
to master being listing agents.
No, 100%. And you know what? We're actually doing pretty good. Every month we're doing like at least 7-8 listings. So we're doing pretty good for a small group. Like in the last month, 2 months, we listed over 40 homes. If you really think about it, if you look at the numbers. So we're doing great as, a small group. And we've sold so many too. But the most important thing is the documents. Make sure you fill in the documents. Like for example, if you haven't did an exclusive rate to sell yet before, you need to sit with me or with Abby, and we can go over in depth because it's gonna take me hours to go over all of this. And you guys can see it, correct? The document, the exclusive rate to sell.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes. Okay. All right. Something else. Does anybody know the difference between designated and non-designated agency?
Yes, but you can say it.
All right, I'll tell you the difference. It's okay. So, so a designated agency is basically saying when there's a buyer or the seller and they come in, there's only two people representing that client. In default, which means always, no matter who's representing the client, Simon is always going to be representing the client, even if it's your client. Why? Because he's the broker. So in default, the broker is responsible, period. Like, let's say one of your clients said, I'm going to sue you, Aman. Guess who's getting the lawsuit first?
You.
Simon. Because the broker is in default automatically, like, responsible. So the difference between designated agency and non-designated agency in this right here, a designated agency, this is saying it's only me, Simon, and Aman represent. Mo and Noor and Jim, they're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So every time you are working with a client, you are going to be a designated agency. That means you're designated
To only one person, to that person.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you're not acting as if you're not a designated, that means every single person, me,
The broker.
Noor, Jim, everybody is responsible for that client. If that client sues us, he sues all of us. Does that make sense? So that's why it's very important that you mark over there that you are a designated agent. Okay? Any questions? All right, so we're all good. Lead-based paint. And there's always questions about the lead-based paint. If the home is built after 1978, it's not required. You don't have to do a lead-based paint, but it's always recommended. So what to do is, let's say if the home was built after 1978, you can just go to forms, okay? And if you put lead-based paint, there should be one after. There should be another document for after 1978. Just I gotta find out which one it is. Okay, I'm not sure which one it is because there's too many documents, but we definitely, maybe I'll talk to Abby, see if we can add it to the Simon and Associates, what do you call it? Okay, but you don't have to do it. Another thing is the wires. If you're working with a buyer or a seller or whatever, if they give you their bank account information, tell them, don't give them to me, please give them to the title company. Okay? Because like when we used to work for the previous company, our company, like the old company, they made a mistake and they sent the money to somebody else. I don't know if you guys know that, the title agency. And because I guess the realtor's account was hacked or something, and they went through the email and they typed in the wire instruction and went to somebody else, and they got sued really bad, and they had to pay, I believe it was over 200,000. So
I think I remember hearing that story. What if it's a lease, like a commercial lease?
it doesn't matter. Anything that has to do with money, do not get information like, oh, you know what, I'm getting like money, whatever, cashier check to the broker, or this, you know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
yeah, so very, very careful. Be very careful. Every person of you guys should download the app called Earnest, EARNEST. We also used to use the same app at KW. And now let me see if I can show you guys real quick through my Zoom. So I recommend every single person to download it. And let me see if I can share my screen on my phone. Let's discontinue audio. So how do you share your screen on your phone? Does anybody know? I don't know. Is there a way where I can airdrop my screen to the laptop? Do you guys know? No?
you said airdrop the screen to your phone?
Am I able to?
I don't think so.
Airdrop
You can just screen share.
like a screen share to the laptop?
No, I don't think so. You can screenshot it to your laptop if it has an Apple ID.
Okay.
Or join the Zoom meeting. I don't know. At the same.
Won't let me do it. But anyway, but what I wanted to show you guys is the Earnest, the app. Can you see my phone? Well, are you able to see it? If you go to Earnest, okay, if you have a client that need EMD, instead of you getting them a check or this or that, for example, you know you live in Farmington Hills, it's too far for you to go and drop a check for me. It's out of your way. Just download the app. It's called Earnest. Hey, close that door. Close the door. You download the app called Earnest, then you put the client, you request the payment, and all you have to do is just put the client's name, email address, and how much the money is. Okay. Then it's gonna ask you who's the company name. You put Simon and Associates, and everything can come to me directly without you doing anything. Then you'll get an email. Can you still see my screen? Are you guys still can see my screen? Right here. I'm moving it.
We can see if we click on your face, it can show your screen, like your face.
Let me show you my for example, I think Abby and I just did one yesterday, like through Earnest. And I want to show you it's because I don't want you guys to be liable, right? Because you want, especially this is somebody's money. like you have to like make sure that you know everything is saved and recorded. So we just did one yesterday, I think. Right here. See where it says earnest deposit in my emails? I know it's a little bit slow. I'm still on vacation mode. I went to Mexico over the weekend. So
Oh, how was it?
it was nice. It was very nice. So right now I'm still like slow. Like, you know, yeah, just gotta give me a minute.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, but you see like right here how I got the confirmation? It says earnest money has been deposited. This is the client's name, their information, and that's how much the money is, right? So this is Abby's client. They gave me $2,000. Now what I'm gonna do is, as the broker, proof of deposit, I'm just gonna go to which every person have a access to this. This is the deposit to check the money. If you want to see how much money Simon has, you can actually see how much money I'm holding for the clients. They're not my money. I'm not allowed to use this. So when I went on vacation, there was money on this bank account. And guess what? I could not touch it because if I touch it, I can go to jail and it's not worth my license. But every person has an access to this form. Everybody that works for us has a like access to this. So right now I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 5 is what? So 5, 5, and 10, 19, 20, 24,000. Okay, that's how much I should have in deposits. 24,000. But if it says closed, that means that 5,000 is gone. That 1,000 is gone. Correct? So I should have what? 19,000. And if you want to see the proof, you click on this and you'll see it right there. So this is Abby's deal. She didn't put it yet, so she needs to put the client's name. And everybody's responsible. You guys have to come here and put the stuff here and put your clients' names. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is with Abby's, I'm just gonna make it available for her, like so that way I can give her proof. So let's say I'm gonna go to my drive. Oh, you know what I can do actually later because it's gonna take some time. Let's go over the basics. But you guys get the idea, right? Mo, do you have any questions? It's probably driving. Anyway, Noor, do you have any questions?
No, no.
I
Alright.
like
So-
that. That's actually way simpler than the old way we used to do it. You just go to the link and then just press the information.
Yeah, so like right now for Abby's, like when she put her client's name, let's say if like for some reason 2 months later, you want to find out, oh, did we get a check? You just access this. Everybody has access to this. And if you don't have access to it, let me know and I can send it to you again. But all of these people have access to it. So
I
we have
don't.
Paul, we have Abby Gaz, we have Mohalmi, we have Aman, we have Simon, and we have Noor. Wait, Noor, do you have access to this? No, you do not.
No,
So
I don't.
let's make sure let's give Noor access. Noor real estate. There you go.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so right now you guys can see how much money we have. And I want you to like the proof, you don't do the proof. I'm do the proof. Your job is only to go and put the client's name, address, the sales price, the deposit amount, and when did you give it to me? Right? Once you say I give it to me and you put your name, then later I'm gonna give you a proof. Once it went through, I'm gonna give you a proof. Like for example, you see right here where it says EMD returned on 09/08/2023. No funds on account. So this right here didn't go through. Who's the client? This is Abby's client. Now Abby should know that this guy, his deposit didn't go through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So these are the most important things that I wanted us to go over because I think these are very, very important. Especially this is other people's money. We want to make sure that you keep track of it and the contract. So far, are we all on the same page? So we discussed the contract,
Yes.
listing agreement. Everybody do not do. I don't care if it's your mom. Do not do it without the listing agreement. Sign a listing agreement because at the end of the day, you want to be safe, right? And
You
No.
mean
huh?
you mean to sign the listing agreement, we have to tell our client that it's us that we are working with you and that's it? You mean this thing?
Yeah. So whenever you get a new listing, if somebody says, "Hey, Noor, I want you to sell my house," make
Yeah.
sure you sign a listing agreement, even if it's for 10 days, 20 days. I don't care how long it is, but everything has to be in writing. And there's something that you guys want you to remember. I learned this in real estate when I started. When you are in doubt, write it out.
Mm.
Anything. Let's
What
say
about the buyer?
the buyer, you but it's recommended. I don't like me, I'm not gonna make it a requirement. And that's your buyer, that's your problem. But for
Because they always do this.
yeah,
Like they change.
I agree. If you feel like, remember what I said right now, if you're in doubt, write it out. Same
Yeah.
thing with the commission. If you feel like that guy's not gonna pay you commission, write it
Yeah.
out. Put an
Mhm.
addendum and put the seller will pay the buyer's agent commission. So when you're
Okay.
in doubt, write it out. Okay?
Okay.
The buyer, you're not required to put them on the contract. I'm not gonna do that to you because I feel like that's your thing. Because me, I don't have like how do I say this? There's no big liability from the buyer side. The liability for me as a broker is gonna come from the listing side. Like if, let's say for example, you didn't sign a contract and we go sell a house, then the buyer says, I don't want to pay commission. Guess who's gonna get sued? You and I, not the buyer. I mean the seller. So that's why the seller, because the seller is the one who's giving the money, right? So you got to make sure everything is writing because I don't want to get sued and I don't want you to get sued because it's not worth our time. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the buyer, it's whatever you want. If you feel like the buyer is not loyal to you, put them on a contract. That's your decision. But just make sure you do all of these things, okay? All right. Do you guys have any questions? The farming. Noor, what's going on with your farming?
Actually, I'm thinking about something starting next week.
How about
It's
this?
gonna be a little bit different. I wanted to talk to you about it maybe when we meet.
I have an idea.
Okay.
You guys want to do a workshop?
Okay.
So here's what we can do. We can do a workshop. You guys can pick any day you want next week. It can be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Everybody's gonna come into the office. I'm gonna get the papers ready. I'm gonna buy some mailers and I'm gonna buy some stuff. Then we're gonna write things out and we're gonna put them in the mail. We'll do because the postal office is like across the street from us. So it's like 2 minutes away. Like not even, maybe a minute away. If you guys want to do, we can do one together, all of us as a team.
Can we please? Yeah.
You guys
I
want to
would
do?
love to.
What do you think, Aman? Do you want to do that?
Wait, I'm sorry. You said we do something shop.
Workshop a day where everybody
What-
comes in. We're gonna write letters to every single client that we worked with.
Yes, I'm down.
Then we're gonna write it all together, print it, then we're gonna put them in envelopes. Then we're gonna ship them. And I'm gonna show you how to do this because we're gonna print everything online. For example, I'm gonna show you how you can do schedule a delivery. I'm gonna show you how you can go in here and just like get all the stickers, the receipt, and you can give it to the postal office. You pick the address, the zip code, and we can give it to them. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, that would be so much fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's arrange
As a
it
group.
because I feel like, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, me, I already did it a lot, but I feel like if we all do it as a team one day, like when we come in, we're gonna work on things and we're gonna dedicate the time to it, then we can do it all together. I think that will help you guys out, at least get you started instead of trying to do it on your own because you get lazy, then you have the kids, then you have your husband, then you have whatever, like too much going on. Well, if we guys come to the office, we're gonna work on it together. We'll print it. We'll put them in envelopes. We'll do it as a teamwork.
At least we know how the process.
Then I'm gonna go over the USPS, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. Sounds good?
Yes, perfect.
All right, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna arrange a day. I'm gonna talk to Abby, and we'll figure out a day next week. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, I think that's good.
All right. Do you guys think any of this helpful at least a little bit? It's okay.
Just do it on a day where it's not like snowing heavy. You know?
Well, I wanted to do it on a day when it's snowing heavy, so you can stay at home.
Oh, we're gonna do it at home?
Oh, you mean like the workshop event?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We'll do it together. No, we'll do
Okay.
it on a day where it's warm.
Yes.
You got it. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great day. We'll be in touch. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Simon.
Of course, you guys, if you need anything, please give me a call, okay? Call me
I'll
or
probably be in the office in a bit, so.
no problem. If you guys need anything, call me or call Abby. We're always here.
Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.